Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy M33, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and the tricks you can do on this device. So anyway, let's get started by opening up Settings, and we're going to navigate right off the bat into the display. Here we have three different things that I want to show. So number one, we have light and dark mode. Now this that is visible like right at the start are just hard switches, so you can flip between them, and every time you want to switch you do have to just kind of press on it. But there is also a dark mode settings which allows you to select it to turn on as schedule, and the device will automatically switch between each mode depending, for instance, by default if you enable this, sunset to sunrise, or custom schedule, which allows you to select a time at which it switches to dark mode, which right now if you enable this it automatically sets it at 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and that's why it right now turned on, because it's already like almost 9. But you can obviously change the timings if you want to. Now moving on to the next one, it's the motion smoothness, so we have it right below here, and by default the device is set to be adaptive, which is pretty good option, but for the people that do want to prioritize battery life and only that, you can enable it to be standard. This will run the display at only 60 Hertz instead of the 120, and this adaptive runs at both 60 and 120, so it gives you a nice smoothness when you're, for instance, scrolling up and down like this, but when the image is stationary, kind of like right now, until this starts moving, then you get 60 to preserve a little bit of battery. Well, standard just runs always at 60 to give you, I guess, the best battery life. Now moving on to the next option, it's going to be the gesture navigation, and again it's under the display. Just scroll down a little bit further down and you'll find navigation bar and swipe gestures. And there we go. As you can see, it gives you this bar at the bottom, which you then swipe up to go home, swipe up and hold to go to recent, and swipe from either side to go back. Now there is also additional little toggle right here, gesture hints. If you turn that off, it removes this and shifts everything even lower, giving you even more screen real estate. But as you can see, it sometimes might be very wonky. I do use a Samsung on a daily basis right here, and I do have to say I would like to be able to use this, but it works absolutely atrociously with a third-party launcher. So I'm using Smart Launcher, and this is just not usable with it. I'm not sure if this is just like default one, so you can test it out if you're starting to have problems where the device doesn't want to register like your swipe ups, specifically swipe ups. So from here, like this one. So I needed to do it 3 times before it actually worked. So it looks like it's not the fault of the launcher. It looks like it's just fault of Samsung effing up. They just dropped the ball, and it's absolutely infuriating when that happens right here on an $1,800 device. If I sound salty, it's because I am. Anyway, so it looks like I probably would recommend keeping this enabled. It will help you out with the accuracy of the gestures for some reason, otherwise it just becomes kind of a shit show. Let's not sugarcoat it. So anyway, you can test it out if you want to. Now moving on to the next option, it's the side key, which we can find if we go into the display and scroll down to the blue text right here. Now this is not really the side key as you might expect, where what happens when you hold it. It just gives you the option to either open up camera when you double press on it. If you don't like this, you can completely turn it off, but you also have an option to double press for a specific app, and you can choose the app from here. And there is not very many apps for me right over here, but obviously if you have installed apps on your device, they will be all showing up here. I don't have any apps installed, so it's showing me only the default ones. So yeah, there we go. Now moving on to the next and also last option is going to be the remove animations option. So this will be where we are right now, I believe. Yep. So once you pressed on the under the display on the side key, whoops, I just kind of flipped it. So yeah, it was under the side key, and from here when you go back, you're now in advanced features instead. You could technically go into advanced features, So I believe they are in here. Where are they? Or am I blind? Oh no, there we go. Advanced features. And in here, you can see we have remove animations, which takes us somewhere else. I believe this is accessibility, but I might be wrong. I didn't actually bother checking it. But in here, as you can see, we'll have a remove animations option. And what this refers to is any kind of animations like this. So when I go into home and I drop it, it just kind of zooms out. This would be now gone. It's just gonna pop instantly into this kind of view. Additionally, if you press somewhere like to get rid of it, it had an animation of swiping. Again, this would begin to be poof, instantly on the home screen without any kind of animation. So in certain cases, you might just save a little bit of time. Again, this would be instant. It wouldn't be the sliding animation. It would just pop in straight away. So just to show it, boom, remove animations. As you can see, everything is now done instantaneously. So you don't have any more animations now. I know this might not be for everybody. Some people do like the animations. It might seem sometimes a little bit odd when you do this and it just pops straight in, or for instance when you go into recent and again just pops straight in. It might be a little bit daunting. I personally don't mind it, and it does save a little bit of time in the animations, and if the phone can handle it, because there are some phones that will be slow enough to not benefit from this, but this one, it's not slow, so it should do pretty well with this, giving you this quicker access to applications. So there we go. Now with this being said, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.